Good afternoon. Oh, why does it keep happening? Good afternoon, good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's get that sorted. There we go. Welcome to the Arsenal 2 Fulham 1 match reaction. Sorry, I brought a little bit more forward. Got to find gaps to do this stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to try and wrap this up as quick as possible. But obviously, we did win 2-1 last night. I wouldn't say that the game was fantastic from us. There were some performances I was happy with, some not so happy with. Obviously, we'll get on to that, but main thing is 3 points. But it's just not looking very good sometimes. Look, we won 2-1, obviously Marino, and obviously brilliant to see Saka back, but also scoring as well. So it is lovely to see. It's always a good thing. And Muniz got a late consolation. However, Fulham did have their chances themselves. So in all fairness, big up to Fulham. But we come out with it 3 points. So big up to Chris saying, big up, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you are well too, my friend. But yeah, it's one of those where the main thing is we've got 3 points. I'll be honest, as long as I'm happy with that we've got second, then I'm happy. Because that's the best I can get now. There's nothing else happening. So long as we can secure second, then I'm happy. I think to drop to third would end up me saying, this is a failure now. But yeah, second, I'll be okay about it. Let's move on to next season and just see what happens. Champions League, obviously, still, but I'd be honest, not a hope in hell, in my opinion. I know some people are confident, and that's fine. I'm not going to dash their opinions because that's their opinion. But in my opinion, we don't stand a hope in hell. But yeah. More good than Carl. Yeah, I can imagine, to be fair, mate. Yeah. I'll be honest, there's been some really weird games happening in League Two at the moment. Like, it feels like no one wants to get promoted from League Two. People are dropping points here and there. It's just mad. But yeah, crazy at the moment. This is the stats from the game. 52% possession for Arsenal. 48% for Fulham, 17 shots for Arsenal, only 4 on target. Fulham had 9 shots, 3 on target, 5 corners for Arsenal, 4 for Fulham. Final third phase, passing accuracy was 82% for Arsenal, 80% for Fulham. XG, 2.38 for Arsenal, 2.12 XG on open play, 0.26 from set play, 1.82 XG on target, which is never good. You never want your XG on target less than your expected goals. It just tells you that you are just shooting blanks. So that's not a good stat. For Fulham, it was 0.99 from XG, 0.96 from open play, 0.03 from set play, and 1.03 from XG on target, which is not bad. We lost 2-1 to Chesterfield. Don't let that fool you. The most 2-1 battering you will ever see. We scored when 2-0 down. Our fans still clapping us off. Jesus Christ. It's quite embarrassing, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's quite an embarrassment. I'll be honest. I was sent a lot of footage last night of people being filmed at the Emirates, and our fans just. Well, I'm not saying necessarily that these are actual proper full-on wear Arsenal in your heart kind of fans. But there are fans there literally doing puzzle books, sewing. I was sent footage of it. And I'm like, why are you there? Why are you actually there? And I'm like, nah. I want all clubs, not just Arsenal. I want proper fans that literally scream, shout, sing their hearts out for 90 odd minutes. I do. I literally don't want people there who just don't want to be there. What is the point in that? What is the point in going to a football match to then do a puzzle book? To do a puzzle book. Do it in the library. Do it outside. I'm just bemused by it all. You know, I fight 24/7 for football fans, making sure we don't get screwed. You name it. I just want the best for fans. I always have. And to see footage of that last night at the Emirates, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And obviously, I was sent it because I'm an Arsenal fan, but it's made me ponder whether or not to go and speak to other people I know at other clubs and see if this is happening at other clubs as well, because I am bemused by it. And it's not just like two people. I was sent multiple footage of many, many people last night doing anything other than, and this is, by the way, this is during when Saka was coming on, right? So, I had it all time-stamped and stuff. And they were showing me, same situation. And I'm like, nah. No, it's just not right. Footage of our fans were mixed. Ones behind clapping, ones at the front were angry. Let's just rightly so. I don't mind those clapping, but with the situation we are in, no, yeah, exactly. I'd be embarrassed right now as a Carlisle fan. Like if it was my club, I would be. Well, I don't think you'd want to know what I'd be doing. To be fair, I would be losing my head. With the new investor, the new owners and the investment, I would be absolutely furious, mate. I really would be. Embleton came on from the 27th minute to the 40th minute, then gets some of its accidental stamp. Some of our fans are over top saying red card disgusting. Oh, Jesus. I'll be honest, I had this discussion with someone yesterday about refs. And I did say that if you don't like the Premier League refs, you definitely don't want to be watching the refs at lower leagues, because none of them are that good. None of them are good. Everyone knows full well who is the most hated ref that I have on my list, and that's Rob Jones. And now I unfortunately got to see him in the lower leagues, and I was like, no, please do never get promoted. And he did, because he's a pretty boy, and toes the line. He does everything that you expect of a ref, to be a twat. And he got the Premier League, cool. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's just horrendous, mate. It really is. Anyway, let's move on. For the duels, I did talk about this earlier. Some Arsenal fans asked me about this, so I have explained this to some earlier. So again, we do not succeed at all duels. We won at the ground duels, which is good. However, this is Arsenal Football Club. We should not be losing duels. And not only did we lose a specific area in duels, we actually lost the whole competition overall in duels. Because aerial duels, 68% aerial duels. You can tell what happens when Kai comes out the team. Mikkel Marino, he's just as tall, and is shockingly poop. He's so poop. I don't like him. I do have an agenda. I don't really care either, because he should not be at the club. He is someone that I would happily sell in the summer, and I will do on the fantasy window when I get the chance to do it. Passing for the game, 476 for Arsenal, 460 for Fulham, 90% accuracy for Arsenal, 87 for Fulham. So decent stats. Own half, 172 for Arsenal, 192 for Fulham, 256 in the opposition half for Arsenal, 207 for Fulham. Accuracy in long balls, 50% for Fulham, 42 for us. Accuracy in crossing, this is quite interesting because, Fulham are well known for being a very, very, I think it's like, I think there's like about 1.5 difference between the first and second on average on how many Fulham do in a game. So, yeah, to get 27% is pretty poor. 32 for Arsenal. 38 touches in the opponent's box for Arsenal, 15 for Fulham. So, yeah. Let's have a look. I am embarrassed, deflated, heartbroken, angry, disgusted, ran out of words. League One budget and owners' first 2 years back. It's back-to-back relegations. Yeah. It's horrendous, mate, for you. I can guarantee you that. Chesterfield stats, 38 shots, 15. Jesus Christ. Seriously. That is a battering, isn't it? I lost my head during season, but I've been resigned to it now, which makes me run out of words to say. Yeah, don't blame you. Who knows? We may get the dating app like Arsenal next. Won't shock me. Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, this was the team that started last night, and this is where the ratings come. So it was Ray, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Waneri, Martinelli, and Marino. Apart from Marino up front, I'm happy with it. There's nothing more I can say about it because I'm not going to be. I'm not going to change the way that I am about this because at no point in my lifetime would I ever choose a midfielder. He's not even an attacking midfielder. If it was an attacking midfielder, I would question, it's possible. Put him as a false nine, it kind of could work because they're attacking midfielder. So it's not exactly a huge difference. But for me, centre midfielder to a striker, huge difference. And look, yes, he got a goal last night, but let's be honest, heavily deflected. But again, everyone's going, "Oh, Marino's good. Yeah, good for him." And Saka with a great assist by, who was it? I can't remember who got the crossing now. Who got the crossing? Jesus. I can't remember. But then it was Martinelli with a flick on and Saka with a very easy header at the far post. But it was great to see him score. And it's great to see him play, to be fair. So I'm happy about that. Right, let's do ratings. Raya's going to get a 7. Yes, he conceded, but he also did a good save earlier in the game. Timber gets a 7. We'll have to talk about Timber because a lot of this will be talked about on Friday because obviously the injury list comes out on Friday. It looks like Timber has got an issue, a knee injury. So we'll see how that plays out by Friday. Saliba, he's going to get a 7. I think I gave Timber a 7. So, yeah. Gabriel, he was only on for 16 minutes. So I really can't give him a proper score, can I? So it's going to have to be a 5. And that's not me being bad. That's average. Right? So 5, just because he only played for 16 minutes. I can't really give him anything more than that. Lewis Skelly, 7. It wasn't his greatest game, if I'm honest. Thomas Partey, I thought he was good last night, to be fair. 8. Declan Rice, 7. Odegaard, 7, I suppose. Waneri gets an 8. Shouldn't have come off, but there we go. That's a whole different conversation. Martinelli gets a 9 because I did think he was very good last night. Marino gets a 7 because he scored. That's about it, if I'll be honest. Let's have a look, see what Chris has been saying. Big up to the 76 people currently watching. Do appreciate it. Saka scoring was typical. Yep. Fulham are weird. Turn up first half of the season, then fall off second half of the season. Yeah. They are a weird team, aren't they? And I'm not going to put any blame on the players or just the manager. I just feel that you just have to get a better squad. But yeah, they're a good team now. I will never, ever hate on Fulham. To be fair, I think it's a nice club. Marino is embarrassing some of Arsenal's forwards by scoring more. Mate, I think he's got more than Eddie did when in some case. But anyway, the fact of the matter is we have to discuss it, and we can't be doing this against Real Madrid because he will be literally eaten up by the Rudiger and what's his name? The young dude. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name now. The young lad. But anyway, he's going to be eaten up by him next week. So, yeah. Saka comes back, then two players still get injured, can't make it up, but it was inevitable. It is inevitable with the way that Mikel squad manages. People won't talk about Asensio. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, Asensio. That's the young lad. Thank you, mate. I knew you would know. But yeah, the squad management of Mikel is awful. The funny thing is, everyone was complaining about that we didn't kick out the ball for Gabriel being down. There's only one person to blame for that. Just saying. You can all work it out. But yeah. So yeah, that's the ratings for those. Kivior came on. Did all right, to be fair. I'm going to give him a 7 now. But yeah, I think that's a decent one, to be fair. Then with Saka obviously came on in the 66th minute. I'm going to give him an 8. Yeah, it's not a lot of time, but you know what? It's just nice to see him. And if anyone noticed, he came on as well. 5. I can't give him any more of a score than anyone else, to be fair. Everton be more difficult for you. 12:30 kickoff. I hate those games. That's when priorities will kick in, plus one of Everton's final games at Goodison. Yes, that is going to be a big factor, and not a lot of people realise this. It's going to be a huge factor. Goodison is an amazing stadium. I absolutely love it. I have managed to go to the new one, and that is pretty good, actually, to be fair. Not the best stadium of the new stadiums, but I do like it. It definitely is better for Everton. But yeah, it is what it is. Big up to BX saying greetings, everyone. Big up to BX. Not far from wrapping this up, to be fair. But hopefully you're watching it from the beginning and not the end anyway. But I hope you're doing well, my friend. So yeah, let's quickly just rate Nicholas Hover. 6. And I'll be honest, I'm going to give Arteta a 6 as well, because I wasn't happy that Wanari came off. And I'm not happy about the Gabriel situation. So he's going to get a 6 as well. I do know more about this situation, so that's why I'm giving him a 6. And it's totally up to you if you want to totally disagree with me, but that's fine. But I'm going with the information that I've got, the information that I do know. So I am going to give him a 6 because I'm not happy. Big up to DT watching over on X. That Everton game has a 1-0 loss, Sportfest written all over it. Yes, 12:30 games and never. And I'll be honest, I can probably see us losing a little bit more than 1-0, if I'm honest, because I think Everton will be well up for it. And rightly so. Their fans are going to be geeing them up. I can see us losing that by a 2-goal margin. I honestly can. I hope I'm wrong. I always do. I hope I'm wrong when I'm feeling in a bad mood or feeling negative. Because I don't think I'll be able to cope with it. I like Everton as a club, to be fair. They're one of the nicest clubs in the country. But yeah, big up to Geeks. Hope you're doing well. Respect to Brantford. Have a stinker, please. Hey BX, big up to BX. They're saying Everton away and 12:30. All the voodoo hexes are aligning. Indeed, they are. But talking about the Everton game, let's get him off because I have no wish to see him anymore. But yeah, talking about the Everton game, that preview will be out on Friday at 6:45, I believe, because I won't have time to do it beforehand because I will be obviously doing the watch along as well on Saturday with the match reaction after as well. So yeah, we will see you on Friday for the Everton preview, and then the watch along and match reaction on the Saturday as well. So yeah, and then we'll obviously be doing Real Madrid next week as well. So yeah, lots to come, lots to come. We will probably win 2-0 tonight, something like that. Will be tight, but I expect response. Yes, I do expect Liverpool to have a really big response right now, and I think with some situations slowly being dealt with, I think the players will be more focused as well. Because I think a lot of the question marks that are probably not helping you at the same time right now. So I think with some of those situations being dealt with, I think you'll be more focused, and I think you'll. It wouldn't shock me if you just literally win every game to the end of the season. Personally, Trent is injured anyway, or is he out anyway? Typical with it. It probably does you well because now you can kind of let's see how good Conor Bradley actually is. I'm guessing he's fit. Obviously, I have no idea because I don't do Liverpool previews. But yeah, it'll be. I expect you to win comfortably tonight. But yeah, guys, that's me done. I will see you on Friday. It's running part now. Just need to get job done, officially complete it, then get pissed. Yeah, pretty much exactly. But guys, I'll see you Friday. Speak to you later. Bye bye.